All right, CSS battle time, and we have low res honeybee. I don't know, some sort of steps or scales or. All right, the alternating colors are something. So, kind of two ways that this could be done is we could do scale work. We could do like this and then box shadow, right? And you drop the radius and then do a box shadow. And what we could actually do is make the HTML and the body the same size. But we need the background and then do a box shadow and then flip it. And so then we only have to write 1, 2, 3, 4 box shadows, but you have to do the radius on each one. And when you have to do that extra 2 sets, it gets mighty expensive to do all those box shadows. So I guess the alternative though is either the extra radius on a box shadow or have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements all with scale on them. Because you could just stack them, alternate their background, and then scale them up. My other thought is if I do, it would be H of the body and a paragraph tag, I think, to do the box shadow on this. Because if I did the HTML, we have this background here that causes issues. All right, let's go the box shadow route. That sounds more fun. I'll put in my description, of course, what I end up doing and how it works out and my theories and whatnot. So we're going to start with just a background. And the reason why I'm not doing the HTML as an element and then the green background as another box shadow is because if I want to layer, I could probably do the whole thing with box shadows if I just did the HTML, but then you'd have like 10 box shadows, and I don't know. I don't think that's efficient. All right, so let's do that, and then we can get to the body. And what we're going to do with the body is we're going to margin it. I'm just going to throw 100 on there and put an outline. 2 pixels, solid. Okay, there it is. Let's make it this middle box. That's the one we're going to want to work off of. I feel like 50, 60, all right, and 100, 120, 140. Okay. All right, we have it in place. Now I could make the background color of it an inset. Yeah, that might work. I think that'll work. So box shadow. We're gonna do an inset, and let's go 2-inch, nothing, and we are going to use the color property for the yellow because that's going to be the majority of them. Oh man, you know what's a real bummer is black is the default color, but because I am using color, I was trying to think if I could just make the black a different element and use the default color for that, but that isn't going to work. I'd have to do this color 3 times to save doing black a couple of times, so that's just what it's going to be. All right, now we're going to, yeah, this is going to be less than the scale, writing scale, because I only have to write this once. I think it's going to be less. Let's see, let's look at one of them, and then we'd look at what scale would look like, because scale would be real finicky to get right. We are going to do, like, let's start on the left, -20 pixels. Actually, no. We are going to start on the right so we don't have negatives because we're just going to flip the other one. So the other one's going to have like a scale -1 or a rotate or whatever. And doing that will mean, yeah, so let's do 20 pixels, right? 0. That's the right distance. Now we need to drop it, I think, by like 10 pixels. So 0 on the blur, and then -10 pixels. 15? Yeah, 15. So then that means this needs to go 35. So we add 15 to that because we shrunk it in all directions by 15. So that's what that looks like. Okay. So then it's going to be, it's another 20 pixels, but we're going to shrink it by another 15. So that's 30 pixels more. So it's going to be like 65 pixels, 0, 0, and -30 pixels. No, not 30, 25. But I got my math right. Even though it's 25 instead of 30. How did I pull that off? Okay. I just, you know what, take the win. All right. And then we have a black one again, and this one, what's the difference? So 95 pixels. I'm not increasing that enough. I think it's going to have to go farther, but let's just see where it is as we, and then -35 pixels. We're not there yet, so let's go 105. Oops. Oh, was I there? I was there. Oh my goodness. Okay, so it is every 30 pixels because, oh, I see why, because we're already adding, no, I'm decreasing the radius still. I don't know. I don't know. You know what? I don't need to worry about the math. It just needs to work. So let's go 125 pixels and 0, 0, and -45 pixels. All right, so we got that half done. So each one of these, right, is what we're writing to get pretty much a whole element. We're only going to have to add in a paragraph tag with height on it and a scale. But if we're doing it the other way, why did I put a period? Let's get the right punctuation here. Okay, if we were doing the scale thing, we'd have to do, you know, 0.85, you know, and then left right be like 1.05. I don't know exactly. I'm just throwing numbers out there just to see what the comparative amount is. So if we were to take this section, let's say, Control C, and drop it underneath it, that is much less. Now I have to add a paragraph tag to each one of these, right? And then the selector on each one, right? So then we're going to be, you know, plus P. That's pretty much what all of it adds up to get the scale thing to work. So theoretically, we are shorter because there's no telling what values I'd have for scale. Theoretically. Maybe it is less. All right, so we got that done. Let's throw in our paragraph tag. Let's see if my wild theory works. And oh no, we want to see all of that. Let's do this, do that. Now we're gonna go height. It's gonna be like 200. All right, it's gonna be less than that. Do we have any margin I have to fight with? I don't think I do. 180. Seems about right. Scale. -1. Nothing. 1, -1. 1. Nope. Let's throw a rotate on it. Just see if I get movement. I'm not getting anything. 2 pixels solid. Let's do an outline, see where we're at. Do I not have width? Oh, okay, yeah, we do need to fix margin. Margin 0. Okay, that's better. Now let's try the scale. That was my problem. I did need to get rid of margin because I wasn't seeing overflow or anything like that. I thought I was okay, but obviously wrong. Okay, I like that. Okay, so I do have to do margin as well, but that's very minimal additions. Oh man, that scale thing was so close though that this might put it over the top. But I think I'd have to have that with all the paragraph tags. I'd have to have that on the first one anyways, not the -1, but like making it. No, I don't have to have any. No, I have to make it the same height as the original one, or give it some sort of height so that the scale can operate on it. Let's hit submit. Let's see where we're at. Margin. I kind of have to just write a margin 0 on this. I could spin this off into its own selector. I wonder, you know, if we had a body selector, let's say, and we put this in it, and then we got rid of that margin, yep, then we're good. So I could do star plus star or something like that. Oops. Star plus star. I wonder if actually, because I have the and selector here, if I could do the margin there and we'd be okay. All right. Let's drop it by a touch. Ooh. It's real questionable. Okay, 52. Oh yeah, because when the default 8 of margin, so you just decrease it. Okay, that's a much better deal. Because the HTML, because we don't have anything except a background in it, margining it down to the same size as the body doesn't really affect it any. The body is just full height. Actually, the body just has a margin of 8 on it. So the HTML is just slightly bigger than this yellow box here. And that's why we can throw it in there, and then we don't have to undo it on the paragraph tag because it's no longer cascading to the paragraph tag. Okay, so that's done. Let's clean up some of these 5VH. These are not all divisible by 15, which is very sad. None of them are, except for that first one. Oh, do I try to chase down Q? I still haven't installed those plugins. It's my fault. It's my own fault. You know, it's like I don't take the couple of minutes to save myself a bunch of minutes. 45. Let's go 48Q. Ooh, that doesn't look good. Yeah, I just don't feel like it's gonna work out. I'm gonna go ahead and leave a lot of these. Just cause I feel like I'll end up fighting it all. I'll watch Jason's tomorrow, see what he does. Or maybe tomorrow, it's Sunday. Maybe I'll have time to, I'll get the minifier working and, not minifier, the plugins. I'll get them installed and set up and whatever. I don't even know what the right word to use is. I'll get it working and then see what that'll do. Save me time chasing it down right now. Nice. 169. That was fun. Scale might have been fun to chase down too, but I went this way. Alright, I hope you had fun with it too, and I'll catch you later.